I've never been so close to you. So big. Impossible. I guess that's a reminder. Constant reminder and a statement. Huh. Victory. Huh. Well, mister, you're gonna have a different kind of a statement tonight. No, what am I thinking? I'm not a teenager. This is stupid. What? Why you look at me like that? You think I'm a chicken? Yeah, you're right. I know what I'm doing here. This is what it's supposed to be. I know. I shouldn't be acting like a dumb kid. You know, the other day at the delivery cafe, one of the guys called me Granny. Granny! I showed you Granny. I bet you abuelita won't dare to spray a statue. Que Granny ni que nada. I'm cool. Flying, como dicen los chiquillos. Yeah. But you're right. Shouldn't be acting like a dumb kid. But yeah, but who gets anywhere by follow the rules? Everywhere I look, everyone's seen sleeping. Dumb. Me too. It's like we living on a spoken shell protecting from our feelings, from daring us to look beyond our own bubble and connected with people around us. Like really connected. But the shell keep us in place. Don't get too close. Don't speak your mind. Don't feel. I shiver in my shoulders when I see those poor Syrian refugees in the news. And nothing I can do. And today, the people at the cafe is commenting on that video about a young black man who got shot by the cop in the stop sign. He was just sitting there in his car, and he got shot in front of his wife and son. Oh no, that is so awful. Can I have a mocha latte, almond milk, no whipped, perfect? Tonight, I feel everything. It's like I wake up and I feel the whole weight of the world sitting on my chest. Like I was blindfolded for 10 years and today I gotta see all over again. Blind white person into my eyes, stabbing into my brain. A flow of emotions forcing me to awake. And the dreaming is screaming at me, wake up! So I did. Drenched in sweat, heart racing. And it took me, I don't know, like a minute or two to remember that I was in my house, that this was a dream. But the stranger and familiar taste of sour milk in my mouth, I can still taste it. But that dream. So as a dreams are, I was in the house where I used to live, in Santiago. Parquet floor, solid concrete walls. And those colors were different though, like a weird beige. And those creepy figures that my mom collected, they were still there, except my figure, a little white cat holding a red bowl of jar. In my dream, it was like a full size, like a statue, almost big as you. But the cat statue was in the back room. And the living room was huge, like a ballroom. And that woman, I'm not sure who she was, but she was wearing a flow white gown and dancing with a dark, tall man. I couldn't see their faces. I feel it was like a formal romantic balls going around in circles. And the cat is still looking up there. But all of a sudden, the man started getting bigger. And the woman and the cat was start getting bigger, and the woman just getting smaller. And the dance turned into an Argentina tango with circular movements that become staccato and linear, elegant by fretting it. And the man turned into a big black bear who was holding now the small woman who trying to escape, but the bear kept dancing. And the house now is pouring and the whole floor is like a shadow of pool. And they're continuing with this violent dance. And the cat, who's watching all of this, stand eating his bowl of jar. And the woman, who's still in the bear, dies, grabs her, crying because the cat will shock. Cats can eat jar. They're tied. And me, in my dream, I standing there in the living room waiting for my dad to pick me up because it was Christmas. But he never showed up because I am the cat eating the red ball of jar. Shocking. And that's when I woke up and the shit stuck into my skin and it was too damn hot that night to sleep, anything to go to bed. But I always like to sleep underneath of the sheets. It made me feel safe. Ricky hates that. I suppose towards the end he hates so many things. Funny how marriage ends. But that dream, my dreams, the feelings I have, the familiar taste in my mouth, I have been feeling for a long time. Seems like a lifetime ago. But tonight, all came back so lucidly. So before I moved to the United States with Ricky, and before I came to Centerville and became Lola, the friendly cafe owner, I was a young, fearless Chilena. And I believed myself as a soldier of freedom and equality. I was only 17, and I was already meeting other young revolutionaries talking about fighting the government and stopping the privatization of national companies. We organized a student protest a la Plaza Italia, which was a big brown statue of Manuel Baquedano. It looks just like you. We were protesting against the Yankeeization of our country. ¡Afuera! ¡Yankee asesinos! We were called La Juventud Comunista de Chile, which is mean the Communist Group Youth of Chile, La Jota for short. Oh yeah, I was a fervent young communist. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido! Pero when the rumors began about the military coup here in Chile, like it happened in many other countries in Latin America, I wasn't afraid. Bring it on. We will with guns too. That's what we said. That's what we thought. How could I? I have no idea. I wasn't prepared for what really happened. I keep informed, but I never imagined. My father used to travel a lot at that time, and he would tell me what it's like abroad. One day he came home after one of his trips to Paris, and he brought me back a porcelain figure, a white cat holding a red ball of jar. And I thought, that's a stranger, because I'm 17 and I'm almost ready to fight the power, right? But he said that reminds him of me. And the despise of my mom's jealousy of his attention towards me. And that was the most tenderest moment that I ever had with him. So he gave me the figure and told me to don't go to La Plaza Italia with La Jota that night because it was too dangerous, too much political tension, and blah, 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 blah. I say, hey, look, I've been in many other protests, and I'm not afraid of those tear guns and water cannons. Besides, I'm gonna meet someone, a teen young man who's into poetry and art, and he can rock away afro and bell bottoms. Ricky. So of course I didn't listen what my father said. So I got the figure and I put it under my mattress. I brushed my long hair and I wet my eyeliner because I decided that tonight I'm gonna tell Ricky to be my boyfriend. So we went. Ricky and we talked for a bit. And the leader of La Jota, what was his name? He's supposed to start the protest last night, but he didn't show up. But who cares about that? Because as I planned it, I sit in Ricky's lap, I grabbed his face and I planted a kiss on his lips. And he said, ahora eres mi pololo. You're my boyfriend now. And he kissed me back. And he said, yeah. It was all good. But the leader group, gosh, I wish I can remember his name. Well, he didn't show up. So they canceled the night, called out the protest. But then Ricky put me aside and showed me a black spray pen that he was carrying it. He didn't have to say anything. His eyes was like a magnet, and my heart felt like I was on fire. So we ran into the brown statue and wrote in big black letters, Los Pacos tienen tetas. It's a dumb thing to say, which is mean the cops have tits. It was so exhilarating. After that, he walked me home. My house wasn't on his way. We just laughed, and all the way back we kissed. But none of that mattered. Just me and Ricky. The next morning, when I woke up, my mom was crying in the living room. And I heard a lot of commotion on the street. Sirens, trucks passing by, people yelling outside. My mom couldn't stop crying. So I keep asking, Mama, ¿qué pasó? And her words were like different language mixed with historical song. I couldn't understand what she said, only few words and tu hermano. Everything froze. My heart sank. And the stranger of fleeting sour milk in my mouth. So I grabbed the phone and I tell a number that I know by heart, but I was prohibiting from calling. My father's house, his other house, his official house, his official family. So his wife answered the phone and I asked to talk to him. ¿Quién habla? Lola. Silence. She knows who I was, but we never met. When my dad answered the phone, the only thing he said is, it's happening. If you have any papers, pamphlet, anything that link it to La Jota, burn it. Don't rape it. Burn it. Tell me that you understand. Yes, I understand. My mom is crying, and have you heard from... We don't know. And you don't call me here ever again. And he hung up. And I stood there. It feels like it was in eternity. And my mind was crazy. Where is my brother? When was the last time that I saw him? What this guy didn't show up at the protest last night? My heart felt like it's being squeezed by long-ass fingers. So I followed my father's instructions. And I burned anything they have to be with La Jota. I know it's protecting me and my mom. But I feel just a coward. I want to fight! My stomach feels like it's like nuts stuffing with something. Like my intestine was red of bull yarn. That morning, the military forces took over the Chile street with tanks, blinded trucks, bullets. The president's agenda addresses the whole country and say, I'm not leaving the presidential palace. The building was bombed. The whole country was under attack. The same morning, my brother were missing. It turns out that he and the leader of La Jota were arrested. That night the protests, and we don't know where they were or where they taken off for years. Los desaparecidos. Don't forget. That was the first time I tasted the leading sour milk in my mouth. So disgusting, I know. I told my daughter once, and she said, Mom, make sure that your coffee doesn't taste like that. That's it. She was only 17 when I told that. Just a different world. Tonight I wake up, and I know what that means. That dream, the black bear, eating red char, feeling muffled, the race police officer shooting a black man in front of his family. No mercy, no humanity, no justice. If I can't raise my arms up, I should make a statement. Oh, God! I used to be so fearless and stupid. But fearless always spoke my truth. Look at me now. This is ridiculous. I can't do this. I'm a businesswoman. Can you imagine? Local cafe owner vandalized historical monument. La Granny. Delinquent to son, hero too many. Hey, I would take the rest. And those dang Starbucks takes half of my customers. Oh no. Oh, no. I cannot do this. You fight for something that you believe. Victory? You can see us now in the living routine. Falling in love, growing up, falling in love, getting married, raising kids, working hard, retire and die. You and I will know that that's not the way it goes. Life always kicks us in the nuts or the uterus. The most terrible moments in life define you. Your brother adopted by the government and never found again. Your country killing, torturing, putting families apart. 1,000 seeking for asylum from what the people that you created. Forcing us to erase our past, our culture, our language, our color, because make you uncomfortable. We're not safe. That young man in the car was not safe. You break hearts until they stop beating, until they stop breathing. You take to breathe gas, reducing control. You blood murder killer. You no more. That's it. You're mine. It's time to wake up. Take it back. justice, no peace. I messed up many times, but I didn't stop. I keep going.
Oh,
It is a roller coaster.
yeah.
You
You
know
wanna
it.
go rest and.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and change it.
clothes, yeah. So take the time that you need.
All right.
Scott, can we have, work lights so we can change the set?
Any notes, Carla, let me know, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay? Yes.
Can I get a hand, friends?
Uh,
And we'll put it back the way we have it.
Thank you. I added some extra stuff, I don't know if you noticed. I added extra movement.
Oh yeah, I
You
did notice.
noticed?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
okay.
mean, I don't remember it so much from last year,
Yeah.
but I saw some, some differences.
Where do you want?
So you need, the big one.
No,
and
bien,
two
bien,
little
bien.
ones,
It's just that, it's just
kind
like,
of at the edge
today I
of
didn't
that.
refresh
See
it,
where
so
he
I
made a
went-
pool of light for you?
I went without refresh. I went like I went, God help me. Like I usually I do every day. Every day I do 6 pages on my head. Because it's just, yeah. Oh, you made me feel better.
Yeah, so
Then
then
you're gonna
the
say-
one chair for you,
And
then
yeah, it's just like.
two of these for your, to extend it.
Yeah, I'm going there, let's go. Because I need to check for Juliana. No, it's Mexican.
And then this is where you want it. Mango pits. And then I don't know if they need to be, in my head, they were like wrapped in damn paper towels, you know what I mean? So they have everything easy. And then there's 2 pots. And then the chairs in front, yeah. Two and two. Okay. So cute. Oh, and then stop the video, Sarah.